changed. Because it's right 12:58.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Okay.
We go to the...
Operations are in effect. Notice the air missions, use caution bird activity.
Flashlight is on.
Advise initial contact information X-ray.
Yeah, it's already X-ray.
X-ray.
Long Beach Airport, information X-ray, 1953 Zulu, wind 200 at
hold on.
visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 24, dew point 3, altimeter 3017. ILS runway 30 approach in use, runway 30 arrivals, and runway 26 left tower frequency 119.4. Runway 30 departures and runway 26 right tower frequency 120.5. All departing VFR traffic contact clearance delivery 118.15 with position departure point prior to taxi. All ground traffic use 133.0. Land and hold short operations are in effect. Notice the air missions, use caution bird activity. Advise initial contact information X-ray.
Did it change
just a little bit. So it's information X-ray.
At 7, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 24, dew point
Temperature dropped a little bit, 24, 3,
3017.
and 3017 now. I already changed it, and everything is the same.
Okay. Left tower frequency 119.4.
So now we can change back to 120.5. Okay. And now, now hold on, let it here. We want to make the call with the right magneto, so we can hear tower a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So when nobody is talking,
Yep.
you can make your call.
Yep.
We are at Maverick.
Yeah.
We request pad assignment with information X-ray now. Okay?
Long Beach Tower, helicopter 7683 Hotel at Maverick, request pad assignment with information X-ray.
Helicopter 7683 Hotel, Long Beach Tower, departure from Maverick will be at your own risk and hold south of the tower.
Departure from Maverick at my own risk, 7683 Hotel.
And we hold south of the tower, 83 Hotel. Okay? So he told us departure from Maverick will be at our own risk, hold south of the tower. I have controls?
Do you control?
Yep. So this is important to read back, hold south of the tower. Okay? Clear right, forward left. This is what we request pad assignment.
Looking out for that traffic.
This is what we can expect often when we request pad assignment right away. The tower tells us hold south of the tower. Because when we take off here, we are not interfering. But we have to cross runway 30. So if somebody is taking off or landing, they tell us hold south of the tower.
Yeah.
Oh, here?
Then landing at
Helicopter 83 Hotel, cross runway 26 left midfield at 500 feet and hold east of runway 30.
Cross runway 26 left at 500 feet and then hold east of runway 30, helicopter 83 Hotel. Okay, so now 60 knots, climb to 500 feet. So he told us we are allowed to cross runway 30. You have controls?
Okay, I have control.
You have controls. So here 500 feet. Important here, we have to get to 500 feet first. Okay, 500 feet. Clear right, clear forward, clear left.
Yep.
So not so early here. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
So he told us cross runway 26 left midfield, 500 feet.
Yep.
And then hold east. Okay, so here, roll out here.
Yep.
Okay, so 500 feet, clear left, forward, clear right.
Yep.
So we join our downwind now. Yep, this is landing traffic. This is why we have to hold east.
Yep.
Okay?
Okay.
So now, carpet comes up and downwind. Now, once we cross runway 30 here, we start to slow down to 60 knots.
Okay.
500 feet, 60 knots. Clear right, forward left.
Yep.
Now we probably have to circle one time and then we get our landing clearance.
Okay. It's scary.
What is scary? With the door? No, I love flying with door.
Really?
Yeah. I'm so used to it. From now on, we probably will fly. In the summertime, we only fly with doors off. We already removed the door in the morning and only put it on in the...
83 Hotel, one more orbit and then pad 2, 3, or 4, cleared land.
one more orbit and then pad 3 clear to land, helicopter 83 Hotel. Okay?
One more.
Yeah.
One more what?
One more orbit.
One more orbit?
Orbit. So here, orbit one more time. Okay. Right, just one. Clear left.
Yep.
Okay, and now we can do a normal landing at pad 3.
Yep.
To right,
Right,
to forward, to your left. Now here, normal approach to pad 3.
Okay.
So when we roll out here, we are a little high here.
Yep.
We want to have 300 feet, 70 knots.
Okay.
Then we want to see of our approach, are we feeling high or low, fast or slow? Right now we are a little bit high, we need to descend more, so now we have our 300 feet. Now we have to get this feeling, if you're feeling fast or slow.
Slow.
Yep, or yeah, we can keep set. We have a little bit of a southwest wind now, which is slowing us down a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Once we are getting closer, so carping comes down on final. Okay, we are getting a little steep here.
Yep.
Okay, so we have to slow down here.
Okay.
So this is more of a steep approach now. And at the end, when our airspeed drops below 30, we have to make sure that our VSI is not more than 300 feet to avoid vortex rig state. Okay. So slow down a little bit more. And remember, when we land with a little bit of a crosswind, and every time we have to raise collective for landing, we need left pedal.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, raise collective, left pedal, and we have this crosswind, so we need more left pedal.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the thing with the left crosswind. Okay, a little bit more left pedal here. Okay, left pedal.
More.
Yep. Then we turn into a headwind here. Okay. Hold it here. Okay. Clear right, forward, left. Okay. 90-degree left pedal turn, and then we go back to number 3. Okay, here we have a windsock. We see here. Here we have a windsock, so we know it's coming from the southwest wind right now. Okay, so we turn into the wind here. Okay. Yeah, pretty much from the south here. Let's check runway 30.
Yeah. Runway 30 looks clear.
Yep. Don't see anyone right now taking off or landing. Let's request left close traffic, so a normal takeoff, and then we will land with a steep approach. Okay. So before we take off.
Yeah.
Helicopter 83 Hotel at pad 3, request left close traffic.
Helicopter 83 Hotel, left close traffic approved, pad 3 clear for takeoff.
Pad 3 clear for takeoff, 83 Hotel.
Okay. Now warning lights, so was the green, 1, 2, 3. We're charging half full, 3/4 full, carpet is out of the yellow. Okay, so now forward cycling. So here we have this little bit left crosswind, so we have to be a little bit faster with the pedals here, okay, to keep our nose straight. 40 knots, now aft cycling, and raise collective to our 5-minute takeoff power.
Victor in 777 Hotel Sierra Long Beach Tower, cross midfield, at or above 2,000 feet for right traffic, runway 26 right.
At or above 2,000 midfield, 7 Hotel Sierra.
So here this is with the takeoff, with the left crosswind, we need a little bit more left pedals here.
Yeah.
So because we know when we fly through transverse flow, we have to be a little bit faster with the pedals, so that we try to keep our nose straight during the takeoff, because in case of an engine failure, we can do a run on landing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. Right.
Helicopter 83 Hotel, pad 3 clear to land.
Pad 3 clear to land, 83 Hotel.
Okay. Here we have 500 feet, now 60 knots. In the downwind we want to get to 70 knots.
Okay. Clear right,
forward, clear left. Carpet comes up on downwind. Here now 500 feet, 70 knots.
Turn 7 Hotel Sierra, descent approved, runway 26 right, clear to land.
Land 26 right.
Here we do our gauge check.
Yep, gauge check. Engine instrument, control in the green, MC in the middle. For half and half. Carpet out of yellow, warning caution light off, and text in the green.
Yep. The shadow you see here, this is the one who's doing, who is when they told him to do a midfield crossing.
Yeah.
Okay? And you see the street with the trees here?
Yeah.
This is your reference point for the downwind.
Okay.
Then you're far enough away from 26 left.
Okay, slow down.
Yep, slow down to 60 knots, 500 feet.
Okay.
Clear right, clear forward, clear left. So we start our base time, lower collective to start the descent. Clear right, clear forward, clear left.
Turn 7 Hotel Sierra. If you will turn your base now, you're going to be proceeding at 737 on a 7-mile final runway 30.
Alright, return base 7 Hotel Sierra.
Thank you. The wind is 210 at 8.
Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of a quick stop here. Okay. Now we have 300 feet.
Yep.
Now we're going to keep this altitude for now to do our steep approach. Okay. So now we get into our steep approach angle here.
Yep.
So now we slowly give aft cyclic to slow down. We want to have a slow walking pace now.
Okay.
And here with the collective, we want to lower it so that we have not more than 300 feet per minute descent rate. And now we have this really slow walking pace. So steep approach is really slow walking pace. Yep. And here's the only thing that's important is that we keep our descent rate here, but we do not want to have more than 300 feet per minute.
Helicopter 1540 Hotel Riverside requesting a westward arrival onto a pad assignment with information X-ray.
Helicopter 1540 Hotel Long Beach Tower, west Portland is approved for 1 mile to the north.
Level approval report 1540 Hotel.
But that helicopter 4 Hotel
Really
report 1
nice
mile to
here.
the west.
Okay. And remember, when we raise collective here with the left crosswind, we will need a lot of left pedal. Okay, so give more forward cycling to keep our forward pressure. Okay, now raise collective, left pedal. Okay. Left pedal, Now we turn into a headwind here, makes it a little bit easier for us. Okay. This is when we already know, here we see it, it's coming from the southwest here. And this is when we come into land, we always need a lot of left pedal. Yep, let's see with the wind. Pretty much this direction here. Let's do a set down here. Okay. Find out what is the most stable, what does feel the most stable for you. Here we are pretty stable right now. Let's do a set down here.
Okay.
When we are down, collective full down, pedals neutral. Okay. Let's do a normal pickup, no maximum, just a normal pickup. Okay. So, what do we have to do first?
Check.
What I always do, carpet down, so that I don't forget it. So carpet down, then gauge check.
Engine instrument control in the green, MC in the middle, for half and half, carpet out of yellow, warning caution lights off, text in the green.
Okay, let's get light on the skids.
Okay.
Nice pickup here. That was pretty nice. So we check runway 30. One southwest just landed, and this one looks like they're taxiing to 30, so we'll get the pickup.
Downwind traffic will depart on runway 30.
Okay, we'll extend the downwind.
He already said traffic will depart on runway 30, so this is this guy here. Let's do another set down.
Okay.
Collective sound, pedals neutral. Okay.
Okay, base
Heartbeat down.
clear land 26 right, set to 50 Lima, request
check.
wrong landing,
Okay, check. Engine is going the green, M's in the middle, for half an hour. Carbon out of yellow, warning lights off, and text in the green.
Yep, let's pick up.
Okay.
Just a tiny bit more left cyclic input.
Yeah.
But yeah, good pickups and set down so far. Okay. I think he said some things they have to wait a little bit. Let's request normal left close traffic.
Okay.
Helicopter 83 Hotel at Pad 3, request left close traffic. Pad 3.
No?
Standby, let go.
Standby.
He said standby.
You know, standby.
Yep, standby means don't do anything right now.
Hotel, 1 mile out. That's 40 land, 40 Hotel.
Because there's another helicopter coming in from West Wadlow, so they come in this direction.
83 Hotel, traffic of the helicopter, they're about a half mile to the west. They're going to be inbound, going into downwind for the pad. Pad number 3, quick takeoff.
Pad 3 clear for takeoff, and we will look for the helicopter on West Wadlow. 83 Hotel.
Hotel 40 Hotel, traffic lifting off of pad number 3.
Yep. So, normal takeoff here.
Helipad did you want again?
Center traffic inside, we'll maintain separation. We're going to pad 4, 40 Hotel.
Thank you.
Helicopter 83 Hotel has the other traffic also inside.
After 83 Hotel, thank you. You're going to pass behind and follow that helicopter.
Pass behind and follows that helicopter 83 Hotel. Is this one here?
Yeah. Behind.
Yeah, so behind, so we just fly right now our normal traffic pattern because they're already in the downwind. We are still in our upwind, so we have to do upwind, crosswind, downwind.
Okay.
So he said, so pass behind them, so fly behind them, and follow that traffic. So we follow them in the downwind.
Yeah. Okay. Clear right.
Clear right, forward, left.
Helicopter 83 Hotel, pad 3, clear to land.
Pad 3 clear to land, 83 Hotel.
Clear right.
Forward, clear left. Gonna raise carpet for us.
Okay.
November 50 Lima, exit at Delta, taxi to SCAP with me. Okay, Delta, SCAP with you, Cessna 50 Lima, thanks.
So now here we want to have 500 feet, 70 knots, and we do our gauge check here.
Yep. Gauge check. Engine instrument showing the green, M's in the middle for half and half. Orbit out of yellow, and warning caution lights off, text in the green.
Yep, looking pretty good so far.
Yep. Okay.
So we passed 30, now we start to slow down to 60 knots.
Yep.
Southwest 1329 is ready. Southwest 1329, hold for release.
Clear right, clear forward, clear left. So, and we do a normal approach now.
Okay. Clear right, forward.
Clear right, forward, clear left. We are drifting a little bit to the left here, to the right here because of the southwest wind.
Yep.
Let's get a little bit more to the left here so that we are better aligned. Yep, perfect. Okay, and now we want to have our fast walking pace.
Yep.
Are we feeling fast or slow?
Fast.
A little bit fast, exactly, so aft cycling.
Yep.
And keep your collective down so that we keep our descent
Tower, runway 30, line up and wait, traffic is landing on runway 26 left. Line up and wait, 30, Southwest 1329.
So a little bit aft cycling to slow down here a little bit more. Carpet comes down on final here.
There's forward.
Yep. This is what we hear on ATIS the entire time.
Yep.
There are a lot of birds here. This is a bird advisory, so that we have to be aware.
Double 1329, the wind is 2008, runway 30, clear for takeoff. There's a Cherokee inside a mile final, runway 26 left. Look out the lake, please.
Race collective, left pedal here. Yep. Left pedal, left cyclic input. Yep. Okay. Let's see where the wind's coming from, what is most stable for you, and then we do another set down.
Okay.
I would say actually a little bit more to the right.
Okay.
Yep, because wind is coming more from this direction right now. Yep.
Here?
Yep, like that. When it feels stable for you, then try a set down.
Okay.
Collective here, when we are on the ground, when we are on the ground, then collective down, pedals neutral, so that we don't hop around here.
Right pattern work with X-rays.
Carpet down.
Yep, carpet down. So now we're gonna do a max performance takeoff.
Okay.
Okay. What do we have to do for a max performance takeoff?
We're looking for the traffic.
Yeah.
Number one was
Yeah.
RPM. RPM down to 70 to 75.
I feel that are above 2,000 for right pattern 26 right, 23 above that.
Bobby Tower,
Collective friction on.
26 right.
What was the next thing?
Next thing is altimeter set.
Yep, 29902. Exactly. Left hand. Left hand.
Left.
Yep.
So
Because
friction on.
we have the friction on. Now we can let go. Okay. So the friction is on. The collective cannot come up.
Yeah.
29902.
Yeah.
So what is our pressure altitude today?
Pressure altitude is minus 200.
Exactly, minus 200, so we can use sea level up here.
Yeah.
Okay, so minus 200. Let's go back to what we had. It was 3017. Okay, so here we had, when we was X-ray, I was whiskey, it was 3018, and X-ray was then 3017.
Yeah.
So RPMs, altimeter to 3017.
Okay.
Okay. So
Temperature
temperature is
30.
yep.
So 9 of
Yep, so it's pretty easy with 30 degrees. We just read it off here to 22.9, and our 5-minute takeoff power is
23.
exactly 23.8.
Yeah.
So what's the next thing we have to do?
Is magneto check.
Yep, magneto check.
Yep.
RPMs up to 75.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And we check the right one first.
Yep. Right on first.
Yep, it's always the right one first. So both, left, right.
Okay.
We check the right one and then the left one.
Okay.
Okay.
1000 to 1000.
Back to both. Yep, exactly. Was a drop of maybe 4%.
Yep. 1000 to 1000. Back to both.
Same thing, 3 to 4%.
Yeah.
Okay, everything's looking good here. Okay, what's the next thing we have to do?
Friction on. Friction off.
Yep, friction off now.
Yep. And
So friction off.
cabana on check.
Yep, cabana is on.
Yeah.
So carpet down. We're going to
Carpet
check
down.
carpet is
Okay.
down. Now
RPM,
we increase
80.
the RPMs
Yep.
to 80 exactly.
Yep. Okay.
Now we clutch light is on. 2.
Okay.
Clutch light is out. Okay,
And
gauge check.
Gauge check. And there's German shore in the green. M's in the mirror for half an hour. Started out of yellow. Warning caution loud. Out and text the green.
Yep.
Okay. Pick up.
So and we go light on the skids and then pick up.
Yeah.
A little bit aft cycling, we are drifting forward.
Okay.
And a little bit to the left, perfect. Okay, so here when we check runway 30, there is a small airplane on short final. Okay, so we have to wait here until they landed.
Okay.
And once they landed, we request left close traffic, short delay.
Okay.
And for the takeoff, I have controls.
Okay, you have control?
I have control. So for the max performance takeoff, we keep our nose like that, okay? So that we are into the wind. Not completely like that, makes it a little bit harder for you to hover. Keep it like that, and then we do our max performance in this direction.
This
Okay?
direction?
Yep, in this direction.
Oh, really?
Okay, yep. Okay, because then we are into the wind. Okay, you have controls?
I have control.
You have control. Makes it easier for us, okay? We're gonna do the max performance into the wind, and once we are up in the air, we can turn in our takeoff.
Requesting a direct air taxi to taxiway Juliet Amy with landing.
Helicopter 40 Hotel, pad 4, clear to takeoff.
Pad 4, clear to takeoff, 40 Hotel.
November 393, start your system. To pattern altitude, I will call your base.
Pattern your base 393.
Lonely Tower, helicopter 40 Hotel on pad 4. We're looking for air taxi back to Juliet at Beam Atlantic.
Helicopter 40 Hotel, air taxi direct to Juliet at Beam Atlantic is approved.
Approved 40 Hotel.
Okay, so they're doing an air taxi, they're flying over here to Atlantic.
901 Golf contact ground.
901 Golf contact ground.
Okay, and now we can request left close traffic, short delay.
Okay.
Helicopter 83 Hotel at pad 3, request left close traffic, short delay.
Helicopter 83 Hotel, approved. Pad 3, clear for takeoff.
Pad 3 clear for takeoff, 83 Hotel.
Okay, so now, here, keep this here.
Yep.
Now raise collective to our 5-minute takeoff power, a little bit forward cycling here. Okay. Watch your power here, a little bit forward cycling. We want to do this into the wind. It's a little bit easier, so we can raise to 23.8 inches today. Okay. Into the wind here. So now we start really our climb out here. Okay. So we have our 50 fleet clearance. Now forward cycling to get to 60 knots again, and we keep our 5-minute takeoff power so that we keep climbing here. Okay. So here, for the max performance takeoff, it makes it easier when you do it into the wind. So we turn a little bit more to the left here, so that we do it into the wind, which works in our favor. We climb out faster. Okay? And once we're up here, we can turn and then we
Number 3, Foxtrot, you can just turn base now, runway 26 right, clear for the option. Turn to base 26 right, clear for the option, 28 Foxtrot. And November 393, number 2, runway 26 right, clear for the option.
Forward, clear left.
Number 2, press to the option 393.
And now we fly our normal downwind.
Helicopter 83 Hotel, pad 3, clear to land.
Pad 3 clear to land, 80 Hotel.
And now we're going to do a normal downwind, normal base, and we land with a steep approach. Okay? So carpet is up.
6670 Uniform Long Beach Tower. It's going to be about 2 minutes.
Okay, so we're 673.
Hey, check and
Number 83 Hotel Pad
clear half an hour.
3 clear to land.
Pad 3, clear to land, 83 Hotel.
He gave us a landing clearance again because this ATC guy switched. It was a woman before, and she's on her break, I guess. And so he gave us a landing clearance again.
Orbit out of yellow. Caution lights.
Number 24 Tango Sierra Long Beach Tower, roger. Did you want to transition eastbound?
Slow down to 60 knots. Because in the tower, the people who work in the towers, they have to, I think every 1 or 2 hours, they have to take a break. Okay? And so the AT controllers just changed, and this is why he gave us the clearance again. Okay? So here, clear right, forward, left. So base turn, we start to descend. Roll out here. Standing here.
Clear right, forward.
Clear right, forward, left. We have to push a little bit more to the left with the cycling.
Okay.
Because we have this crosswind that's pushing us a little bit to the right.
Number 3 Tango Sierra traffic.
So here to roll out, to start our steep approach, a little bit of a quick stop here, said we stop our descent. We keep our 300 feet here for now, until we have our steep approach angle coming up. It's for me when the number 3 shows up at top of the top of the trim stretch, so which is right about here. Okay, and now we start our steep approach.
Okay.
Slow down, so that we have our slow walking pace. Okay, and now we slowly walk it down here. Okay, so slow down to a slow walking pace.
Yep.
And here we want to make sure we have not more than 300 feet per minute descent rate.
Okay.
RP comes down final here. Now we slowly walk it down here.
Number 38 Foxtrot 1 able, turn crosswind and
Just the
extend
spurt
out.
again.
Yeah.
Absolutely, extend out, that's great, Foxtrot.
So keep this forward pressure here.
Okay.
We want to keep the slowly forward walking movement. That's looking pretty good here. Here, this is the thing, we keep continuously want to walk forward. This is really slow walking forward pace.
Okay.
Okay, when we raise collective, left pedal, because we know this left crosswind.
Yep.
A little bit more left cross, left pedal here.
Uniform,
Yep.
1707, runway 30, clear takeoff.
Okay. Let's get a little bit more forward. Okay.
Kilo 2, contact ground 393.
Okay, let's do another set down here.
Yep.
Roger, Springshot 243 Tango Sierra.
So when we are down, collective down, pedals neutral. Okay, so your set downs are really nice already, but you hesitate a little bit at the end. So once we're on the ground, collective full down, okay? Because your set downs itself, they are pretty nice and stable, okay? But at the end, once we are on the ground, really as soon as we feel the skid is on the ground, collective full down, pedals neutral, okay? Let's do another max performance takeoff.
Engine instrument or in
No, we do a max performance takeoff.
Okay.
Okay? Not a normal, max performance takeoff.
RPM 75.
Yep, good.
Breakdown. Okay. And altimeter set.
Left hand.
Left hand.
Yep.
Okay, we're looking 70 again.
992.
Yep.
It's minus 200.
Minus 200,
Yeah.
exactly. It was 3017, the latest one.
No factor, contact SoCal departure.
Order departure, 72 uniform 2.
7, right? A little more.
A little bit more, yep.
Okay. And our temperature 30.
Yep.
2.9. So maximum takeoff performance is 23.8.
Yep, correct. Okay, so next thing was?
Okay, magneto check.
Yep.
It's right hand, right?
Yes, with your right hand.
Yep. Right.
So RPMs are up to 75.
Okay.
We increase it a little bit.
Okay. 1,000, 2,000, back to both.
Yep. Maybe 4 to 5%. Okay.
1,000, 2,000, back to both. Okay.
Okay, so everything's looking good so far.
Yeah.
So what's the next thing we have to do?
Friction off.
Exactly, friction off.
Yeah. And carbon on and
Yep.
press throttle 80.
Yep.
Clutch right out.
Yep, so we do a gauge check.
Yeah, gauge check. Carb it down and engine instrument or in the green, amps in the middle, fuel less than half and half, carb it out of yellow, burning caution lights off and checks in the green.
Yep.
Pick up.
Let's pick up. A little bit more up.
Yep.
Yep, good. Nice pickups.
Southwest 3869, expect about 3 minutes by for station. Thank you. 3869.
Okay, so they have to expect 3 minutes southwest, so we can actually make our request for left close traffic short delay.
Okay, now?
Yep, when nobody's talking, you can make the call.
Helicopter 83 Hotel at Pad 3, request left close traffic, short delay.
Helicopter 83 Hotel, roger, short delay is approved at 3 for takeoff.
Pad 3 clear for takeoff, 83 Hotel.
Okay, so we turn, just stay here.
Yep.
Okay, we send to the wind and now
Okay.
raise collective to your 5-minute takeoff power, a little bit forward side.
Yep.
Yeah, we start to climb out already.
Okay.
Okay, so 23.8 what we have here. Yeah, so this headwind really helps us here, how we are climbing out here. Okay, so keeps us here, keeps us forward pressure here.
Okay.
Okay, so here textbook says we need to climb above an obstacle of 50 feet. So we have our 50 feet obstacle clearance now, and now forward cycling.
Okay.
Okay, to speed up again. And we raise collective, we keep our 5-minute takeoff power, so that we start keep climbing out here.
Okay.
Okay, so 60 knots. Because this is what you have to show them during your check ride.
Yeah.
When you want to see max performance takeoff, so you have to say, okay, we are climbing now. We have we cleared our 50 feet obstacle, which could be a building, a tree, whatever it is. So once you've cleared 50 feet obstacles, then forward cycling to speed up to 60 knots, and then we just fly a normal traffic pattern.
Yep.
Clear right, forward, clear left.
Number 83 Hotel, Pad 3, clear to land.
Pad 3 clear to land, 83 Hotel.
Clear right, forward, left.
A little bit north with we're getting pushed a little bit.
Yeah.
So that we are really staying aligned with the street, with the trees.
Okay.
So we are in the downwind. So gauge check.
Gauge check. Engine instrument, or in the green. Lamps in the middle, fair. About corner and middle. And orbit out of yellow. Burning caution light check and fix the green.
Yep, everything's looking good.
Yep. Okay. Cross the runway 30, so slow down.
Yep,
Southwest
exactly.
3869, Long Beach Tower, runway 30, line up and wait, traffic landing, runway 26 left. 30, line up and wait, Southwest 3869. Number 38 Foxtrot, turn cross and extend down. Number 83 Hotel, hold east of runway 30.
Okay.
Hold east of runway 30, 83 Hotel.
Yep. Because he will give the takeoff clearance to southwest now.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. So we just circle here, 500 feet, 60 knots.
Okay.
Southwest 3869, wind 17010, runway 30, clear for takeoff. Runway 30, clear for takeoff, Southwest 3869.
Nice view.
Yep, it really is. Here we see both that are waiting.
Number 38 Foxtrot, runway 26 right, clear for the option.
26 right, clear for the option. 38 Foxtrot.
Number 83 Hotel, Pad 3, clear to land.
Pad 3 clear to land, 83 Hotel.
So here we slow down to
slow
60
down.
knots.
Yep.
Now right, forward left, so we start our base turn and start to descend.
Okay.
And we're going to land with a steep approach again.
Okay. Clear right.
Clear right, forward,
right.
clear left.
Southwest 3869, contact SoCal departure. Over to SoCal 3869, good day.
So here we stop our descent here.
Yep.
Let's 300 feet.
424 Juliet Golf, Long Beach Tower. It's going to be a few more minutes for your release.
Roger.
And Delta
And now we can
1116 will also
start
be a few more minutes for you as
our
well.
steep approach here.
Roger.
So slow down to a slow walking pace.
Yep.
And lower collectives that we still keep descending here.
Okay.
Down here. Okay, looking good here. Now at the end, make sure we don't have more than 300 feet per minute descent rate.
Okay.
So when we raise collective, remember a lot of left pedal here. Okay.
I return to the left.
Yep, a little bit to the left, and we turn into the wind again. Makes it easier for us to hover.
Yeah.
Long Beach Tower, Central Maverick, back on the list, and hold south of the tower.
Okay.
And hold out almost the tower, and come to bottom.
Let's do a set down here.
Okay.
Because 426 is taking off now, and tower told them hold south of the tower, which means somebody is taking off or landing runway 30.
Yep.
Now we are down, collective all the way down, pedals neutral. Okay. So let's do a normal pickup. No max performance, just a normal pickup.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Carb it down.
Yep.
Okay, gauge check. Engine instrument showing the green. MC the mirror, fuel color and arc. Carb check and warning caution light out of out and you can see the
Yep. A little bit off cycling here. Yep. Good.
Send that line 38 Foxtrot.
Delta 1116, runway 30, line up and wait.
Yeah.
Delta 1116, 30, line up.
Can you keep up it at this wind?
Second.
Can you do kick stop today? I think wind is pretty.
Yeah, that's the issue. If we do it in this direction, we will have a tailwind, and usually we do not want to do it with a tailwind.
Oh, yeah.
And when we do it in this direction, we will have a left crosswind. Okay, let's request lane work. Let's see if we do hover taxi and see how it feels. Okay?
Okay.
Helicopter 83 Hotel at Patrick, request rain work.
Helicopter 83 Hotel, lane work approved.
Lane work approved, 83 Hotel.
Okay, so slowly, right pedal turn.
Yep.
Now we turn into a left crosswind.
Yep.
Okay, and let's do a hover taxi forward and see how it feels.
170, runway 30, clear takeoff.
Takeoff on my 30, Delta 1116.
Yeah, we have just reported 10 knots. Okay.
Number 38 Foxtrot.
So we actually should do the quick stop in this direction, that we have, but then it's a left crosswind, left quartering headwind actually, with 10 knots.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you see it's already hard to hover here.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a little bit too much here for you guys.
Yeah.
And usually we do not want to do a quick stop with a tailwind, because then we have a high risk of vortex ring state. Okay?
I think
So, yep, let's stop here.
Okay.
Okay, but we do a little bit of hover work in crosswind too.
Yeah.
Okay, so that we get used to this when we have a little bit of a stronger crosswind. clear right, clear forward, clear left.
Runway 26 right.
Oh, wow.
Yep, we are a little close to runway 30. So left pedal turn here. Okay. Now we turn into a right crosswind with a little bit of a tailwind to further we move forward.
Okay.
Okay. So hover taxi forward here.
Yep.
Delta 1116, verify function 7200.
7200, Delta 1116.
Just a tiny bit more left pedal so that we keep the nose straight.
Okay.
Exactly.
SoCal departure,
So what
Delta
we want to do
1116.
with the hover taxi and with every takeoff and landing at the end,
Oh.
this is the crosswind.
Yeah.
We want to have our skids straight.
Yeah.
Because in case of an engine failure, we can do a run-on landing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's too much to do the quick stop today.
Yeah.
But we can practice this one here, so that we feel this is a tailwind now.
Yeah.
Tailwind and right crosswind. So this is where we have to work a lot with our pedals to keep it straight.
Yeah. Keep moving.
Okay. Yeah, keep moving.
Yeah.
We have the entire length here, so we're going to use that.
Right 360, then runway 26 right, clear to land.
This is really nice right now. Okay, hold it here. And we see this crosswind, left or right crosswind makes everything more challenging for us. Okay. So headwind is this one, or when we have a wind from the west, which helps us a lot.
4 Juliet Golf, runway 30.
Wind from the south makes it harder here because then we always have a crosswind on the pad. Okay. So clear right, clear forward, clear left.
Yep.
We do a left pedal turn, and now we have to be careful. We have to be quick with the pedals because we turn into a left crosswind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So slowly. Okay. Good job here.
Yep.
Okay. Let's move a little bit more to the right side.
Yep.
We are better aligned with pad 3. Hold it here.
Yep.
And then we do a hover taxi forward.
Okay.
Okay. So left pedal here. Here we need a lot of left and right pedal to keep our nose straight.
Okay.
Because when you look at the grass in front of us, we actually see exactly where the wind's coming.
Yeah.
Okay, you see how the grass is pushed in this direction here?
Yeah.
So it's a left quartering headwind.
4 Juliet Golf, traffic 9 o'clock, 1.5 miles, pulling 1000, contact SoCal departure.
SoCal, and look for the traffic. 4 Juliet Golf.
Pulling 38 Foxtrot, turn crosswind and stand downwind.
Turn crosswind, extend downwind, 38 Foxtrot.
Number 426 pad 244, clear to land.
4 clear to land, helicopter 74426.
Okay, let's keep going here.
Yep.
A little bit more forward pressure here.
Yep.
That's our 38 Foxtrot, potential for a short approach on this one.
A little bit more left cycling input, because here, right now, we really have to fight this left crosswind, so we need more left cycling input, that we are really leaning into the wind, that we are not getting pushed to the right.
Okay.
Okay, let's stop here.
Yep.
Here, right, forward, left. Okay. Now, let's do this again. Let's do a hover taxi, and we stop over number 3. Okay?
Okay.
So left pedal turn here. Now we have this right crosswind again.
Yep. 426 is coming.
Yep, 426 is coming. So now we have to make sure that we are staying in our lane here.
Yeah.
That we are not getting too close.
Okay.
I don't want to explain to Hachime that we crash both helicopters at the same time.
Right.
It's like, well, Hachime, we did an oopsie. I don't want to say this, so we stay in our lane here. A little bit more left pedal here.
Okay.
Yeah, now our skids is straight, and it's in case we would have an engine failure right now, then we could do a run-on landing.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, right pedal turn, we turn into a headwind again. Okay, now hovering is way easier.
Oh yeah.
So this is really with the headwind. It's coming a little bit from the southwest, but it makes it really a lot easier for us.
Much more easier.
Yep. So what we're gonna do now, try to keep this altitude.
Okay.
And let's do a hover taxi to the right. Okay? So just stay here with the nose straight. And push the cyclic to the right side. We have a hover. I have controls.
Okay, you have control.
I have control. So here, because at some point we have to do this too. So we do this hover taxi to the right. We want to stay at this altitude. Yep.
Yeah.
So now we are just doing this hover taxi to the right until we are at the end of the pad, and then we do it to the left. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You have controls.
Can I take a rest?
Yes, of course. So this is what we're gonna do here.
Yeah.
So here.
Okay.
This is a hover taxi to the right. You want to stay at the same altitude. Nose straight. Okay.
Yeah.
At some point we have to do it backwards too. We do this in calm winds. Okay? So we have to do the hover taxi in all directions. So we stop here. Okay? Keep this altitude. We don't want to climb. We don't want to descend. We want to keep our nose straight. And now we don't gonna do it to the left.
Okay.
Because this is what you're gonna try next. Okay?
Okay. Feel free every ground, 23 Fox.
I'm ready.
Whenever you're ready, okay? You have controls?
I have control.
You have controls. Okay, let's go to the right here.
Yep.
And goal is that we keep our nose straight.
Okay.
And that we have like one airspeed, like normal walking pace.
Yep.
Good.
Feel like I'm a crab.
Crab?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, I am.
Should I take over? Let me know if you... Okay, stop here.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's do it to the left until we are over number 3.
Okay.
And then we stop our number 3.
Okay.
A little bit left pedal here. Yep. A little bit more cyclic pressure to the left here.
Yep.
Okay, good. And let's do a set down here.
Okay.
So collective all the way down, pedals neutral. Okay. When you're ready, let's do a normal pickup.
Okay. Orbit down.
Yep.
Gauge check. Engine instrument in the green. Elves in the middle. Third quarter and middle. Orbit out of yellow. Warning caution lights off and taxi the green.
Yep. Nice. I really like your pickups and set downs. They're really smooth in control. Yep, just really good. Okay, let's do another one. One more set down, one more pickup. So we are down, all the way down, pedals neutral. Okay.
Up.
Normal pickup again.
Okay, gauge check.
Yep.
Engine instrument or in the green. Elves in the middle. Third quarter and middle. Orbit out of yellow. Warning caution lights off and taxi the green.
Yep. Okay. Okay, let's do one more normal traffic pattern and then we go back.
Okay.
So we do a normal takeoff and a normal approach. Okay, we did all the other landings were a steep approach, and we do a normal takeoff, normal approach.
Okay.
Takeoff 426, pad 4, clear takeoff.
Pad 4 clear for takeoff. Helicopter 426.
We wait until they take off.
Okay.
And then we do one normal traffic pattern and then we go back to Maverick.
Okay. Bit normal, right?
Second?
Normal takeoff?
Yep, normal takeoff and normal approach this time, because the last approaches were all steep approach and now we do a normal approach again.
Okay.
Okay? Then we go back because we did a lot of hovering today.
Yeah. My arms are very painful.
This was for me when I started flying as a flight instructor. I was like, oh my god, how should I be able to hold my arm like that for 6 hours?
Oh, right. Yeah.
But you get so used to it. So for me, I'm just so used. I don't even get sore anymore. I just hold my arm like that, and I'm so used to it. But it took a while. Okay, we can make our call too.
Okay.
Helicopter 80 Hotel at Pad 3, request left, close traffic.
Helicopter 80 Hotel, follow traffic upright, pad 3, clear takeoff.
Pad 3 clear.
Pad 3 clear for takeoff, 80 Hotel.
Okay. So normal takeoff here. So here a little bit left. Here we have to do a lot with the pedals, that we keep our nose straight. Once we have 40 knots. So this is also the left crosswind and the transverse flow effect while we are going left.
426, pad 4, clear to land.
Pad 4 clear to land, 426.
Okay, here we can raise actually a little bit more. We have 23.5 inches today.
Okay. Okay, clear, right?
Good. Move forward to your left.
Long Beach Airport Information, Yankee current, altimeter 1, correction, 3017, 180 Helicopter 83 Hotel, pad 3, clear to land.
Pad 3 clear to land, 80 Hotel.
Clear, right?
Forward to your left. Okay, I'm going to raise carpet for us, so carpet full up.
Okay. RK check?
Yep.
Engine normal?
Tower 23 Foxtrot, requesting frequency change.
3 at Foxtrot, frequency change approved. And before you go, traffic 2 o'clock, 3 miles southbound, altitude 2,800.
Yep.
Carbon out of yellow.
Traffic and
Everything
change approved. Thanks.
good.
Foxtrot.
Perfect.
Alright, slow down.
Yep, we slow down. A little bit more to the left.
Okay.
That we are really aligned because here you see the landing traffic.
Yep.
So that we are not too close to them. So if you're, because I think we scare them sometimes, because for them it looks like we are on a head-on collision course. So we really should be aligned with the street, with the trees here, so that we have our separation.
Clear, right?
Clear forward to the left. So we start our descent here. 60 knots. Roll out here. Clear
Right.
forward, right. And now normal approach to the pad.
Okay.
Okay, we are getting pushed again to the right, so we need a little bit more left side.
Runway 26 left, runway 30, line up and wait.
Okay, we are actually a little bit low here.
Yep.
You see this is more like a shallow approach.
Okay.
We're going to do that in stage 3 too, but for now we want to have our normal approach angle. And now we keep descending here, so this is looking good now.
Okay.
So normal approach. So keep lowering collective, and we want to have our fast walk.
530 Echo Romeo Long Beach Tower, enter right base over the 605, runway 26 right.
K6 over the 91, 605, 26 right, 90, Echo right.
Copy, come down on final.
Southwest 25, 27, sub 205.
Forward.
Yep, keeps us now.
Okay.
Southwest 2527, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
Runway 30, clear for takeoff, Southwest 2527.
Yes, this is looking good.
Yep.
We keeps us forward pressure. We have less than 300 feet.
Okay.
Okay, nice. Good job here. Okay, remember, a lot of left pedal here now. Yep, left pedal here. Because of this left crosswind.
Yeah.
A little bit more, so we are turning into headwind again.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So this headwind makes everything a lot easier for you.
Yep.
We're gonna check runway 30.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 southwest is taking off right now. I don't see anyone landing right now. Or do you see any landing lights?
No.
No, me neither. Okay, then we wait. We wait a little bit longer because we already have this crosswind. And with the taking off southwest here, we will feel the wake turbulence.
Yeah.
So we wait actually a little bit.
Okay.
Before we make our request for landing at Maverick. Here you always hear when tower tells some southwest, contact SoCal approach. Yep, listen to the radio. Tower will tell southwest, contact SoCal departure or SoCal approach. This is when they are far enough away. This is when we can make our radio call. Because then when this is basically when they tell them you can change frequency now and contact SoCal approach or departure. Okay? Looks like there's a small airplane. 430.
On the tower traffic landing, runway 26 left and runway 26 right. Runway 30, wait.
There was one line up and wait. We might get our takeoff clearance when we tell them we request landing at Maverick.
Okay.
Okay?
Just left.
Yep. So no, it's enough when you tell them we are at pad 3 and we request landing at Maverick.
Okay. Can I do it now?
Yep.
Helicopter 83 Hotel at pad 3, request landing at Maverick.
Helicopter 83 Hotel,
Hold 83 Hotel.
Okay. So is this landing traffic, so probably because there was this one, the one who wanted to take off at runway 30.
Yep.
They told them line up and wait, landing traffic on 26 left.
Yeah.
So is this one landed now? They probably give him the takeoff clearance now. But this is a smaller airplane that's taking off runway 30 now.
and contact ground 530 for Romeo. Over, correction, flight jet 369, runway 30, clear for takeoff, no delay.
Ah, yeah. You see that small airplane here on 30?
Yeah.
This is taking off now.
Ah, yeah.
The small ones are always so hard to see.
Yeah.
Long Beach Tower, good afternoon. Skyline 8182 Alpha approaching the 91605 interchange for a 26 right full stop.
And you see that here in the distance, a small airplane is also landing 30.
Long Beach Tower, make clear, only 26 right. Runway 26 right for 8182 Alpha. Was that a direct in or via the interchange? Fly direct, Jet 369 traffic, 11 o'clock, 2 miles northbound, intake 2000, contact SoCal departure.
Looking for traffic over to departure flight Jet 369.
Takeoff for 83 Hotel, pad 3, clear for takeoff.
Pad 3 clear for takeoff at 0 Hotel.
Okay, so we have to be careful with the pedals here. We're turning into the crosswind. Now normal takeoff here.
Yep.
Yep. 40 knots, cycling.
Yep.
And now we race to 5-minute takeoff power.
Helicopter 426 at pad 4, request left 12 traffic.
Takeoff 426, pad 4, clear for takeoff, hold east of runway 3, correction, west of runway 30.
Pad 4, clear for takeoff, hold left of runway 30. Helicopter 426.
Clear right.
Clear right,
Forward.
clear forward, clear left.
Takeoff for 83 Hotel, cross midfield at 500, landing at Maverick at your own risk.
Landing at Maverick at my own lift, take 3 Hotel.
And we will cross midfield 500, helicopter 83 Hotel. Because when he tells us cross midfield at 500, they want us to read it back. Okay. Usually we know that we have to cross at 500. Sometimes they specifically mention it, so we really have to be careful that we are at 500 feet. Because he told us cross midfield
traffic 7 off on
500.
runway 30, Boeing 737, and traffic crossing downfield runway 30, line up and wait.
Left, forward,
Right.
right. So we wait here until we are here, midfield here. This is Foxtrot 3, and here we turn.
Okay.
And now we keep our 60 knots here, and we lower collective. So slow down to 60 knots, lower collective, so that we start our descent here.
Tower up, South 172.
Ray Kilo Alpha, turn right back towards the downwind, I'll call your base. Take a right toward the downwind, you'll call my base for
Clear right, clear forward, clear left.
Southwest 172, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
30 clear for takeoff, Southwest 172.
Clear right, forward, clear left.
Clear right.
Yep, forward, clear left. Okay, and now normal approach to Maverick again.
Okay.
So we want to have this feeling. Are we feeling fast or slow?
Fast.
A little bit fast, yep. So half cyclic and lower collective.
Okay.
Are we high or low?
Oh, a little high.
We are a little high, exactly. So we need to lower collective a little bit more.
Helicopter 83 Hotel, pad 3, correction, number 426, pad 3, or 2, 3, or 4 clear line.
Pad 3, clear for that, helicopter 426.
This happens sometimes, that he confuses us a little bit. And he's giving us a landing clearing for pad 3, and then he's like, oh, correction, 426. This happened for me pretty much every day when I have controls now. This happens pretty much every day when I fly, because we do 3 to 4 flights every day.
Yeah.
And we fly so much, and Tower is actually so used to this now, so that sometimes it happens clear, right? When we are already landing, or when we request landing at Maverick, and then in the downwind, and then he said clear to land pad 3, and we requested landing at Maverick. So said, okay, landing at Maverick. So because we do this so often, we have like at least 6 to 7 flights every day.
Yeah.
So Tao is also sometimes confused already.
And clear the one,
so
clear to land,
set down
26 right, 818 Delta, thank you.
Collective all the way down. That is neutral. You have controls.
Okay, I have control.
You have controls. Okay.
RPM radius.
Yep. RPM down to 75.
Pad 3, clear to land, helicopter 426.
Friction on?
Yep, friction on. Now pedals neutral, cyclic neutral,
yep.
and collective cyclic friction on.
Yep.
Now we don't have to worry about it anymore, so cyclic friction is on, so collective can come up.
Okay.
And now we start our 3-minute timer. So here, stop it first, and then here to start it again.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn down the volume. We already almost had a bird strike on during such shutdown. You saw that bird? It was flying right above us.
Oh yeah.
Here. This is with the bird strike. There is this saying, there are only 2 types of pilot. There is one pilot who already had a bird strike, and there is this type of pilot who will have a bird strike. So, because it's at some point you will have a bird strike.
What about you?
So far, knock on wood, so far I did not have a bird strike, but it will happen eventually. Because you see this guy here, we didn't even see it. We are landing. We are on the pad here. Okay, we do the shutdown, and this would be still a bird strike. So if sometimes it hits you, and you can't even do anything, or sometimes you don't even see it.
Yeah.
So I know eventually at some point it will happen.
Yeah.
So far I was lucky, but I remember when I was in commercial, and in commercial you have to fly 5 hours solo at night. So you have to do 5 hours solo at night. So I flew to this cross-country flight solo at night to Albany, which was like 1.5 hours away. And I had to land there, then sit down, refuel the helicopter on my own, and then fly back. And I had to do 10 takeoffs and landings in between. And so I landed solo, and my flight instructor, Alex, she did a solo flight. Actually, she did a dual flight with a private student. And they also landed at the pad next to me to refuel the helicopter. And then she was, hey Chris, look at the helicopter, I just had a bird strike. And I'm like, what? And she's like, look at it. And it was crazy. So it was actually, here's a fan, the fairing here up here.
Yeah.
The bird hit the mast.
Yeah.
3 minutes? We wait 3 minutes. Yeah, we wait 3 minutes. Yeah,
okay.
We are waiting 3 minutes. So the bird hit the mast here, and then it completely got destroyed, and you saw blood on the entire tail boom. So the good thing was the bird did not hit the blades, so she could fly back without any problems. But the bird really hit up here, so if it hits the cockpit, that can be bad for us.
Yeah.
Because when it's a bigger bird, it can actually fly through the windshield.
What about bird coming from here?
Then you better quickly open the door here. So if a bird comes from here, you know what I'm gonna do. Try to get out of the way.
No. It's your work. I'm on the control.
Oh.
It's your work.
I mean, it's your job to open the doors and you can fly through. Let's hope that this will not happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 3 minutes, so throttle close, clutch this thing. Yeah, this would be such a weird coincidence. This is like winning the lottery. Because that this happened, but you never know. It actually could happen. You're right.
Yeah.
But if it happens, I would say we were really unlucky that day.
Yeah.
But yeah, with birds, actually, sometimes, and at some point, I'm sure I will have a bird strike too. Okay, so we have 30 seconds.
Okay.
But yeah, I've seen it, like friends of mine, a friend of mine, when we were both in private training, he actually had a bird strike on the blade, but it was a small bird, and we actually only saw it after the flight, the post-flight, and we saw the feathers and everything on the blade. So we're like, oh, mechanics, we had a bird strike. They just checked the blades, and it was a small one, but this is, you didn't even feel it. Okay, we have 4 minutes here. This is something you don't, when it's a small bird, you don't even feel it. You just see it on the blades that you have maybe feathers and blood on the blade. This is like, oh, I think I had a blade strike, a bird strike. So these things happen because you saw it today on the pad. When we were approaching the pad, this bigger bird. This is something you hope that you don't hit with the blade. Because if it would happen on the pad, We have to check how the blade feels. If we have weird vibrations, then we can do a hover taxi or air taxi back to Maverick. Okay, look good. I think it's not holding again.
Yeah, not holding.
Yeah. Okay.